the world's a stage and we're all players in the grand drama of life, slipping into countless roles. But can you truly know who you are in the eyes of the world? Intriguing pause. Even the man behind those iconic words, William Shakespeare, remains an enigma, his true identity cloaked in shadow. Voice rises with excitement. His legendary works, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, have captivated hearts for centuries. But was Shakespeare really the genius behind these masterpieces? Or is there a deeper secret waiting to be uncovered? Suspenseful tone. Join us on a thrilling 30-minute journey as we peel back the layers of history to explore who was the real William Shakespeare. Eager and inviting, buckle up for a tale of mystery, genius, and hidden truths that'll leave you questioning everything. Picture this: when you think of the world's greatest writers, who comes to mind? J.K. Rowling with her magical Harry Potter saga? Victor Hugo's heart-wrenching Les Miserables? Or perhaps Mark Twain's adventurous Huckleberry Finn? Reflective pause. Yet no list is complete without William Shakespeare, a name synonymous with literary brilliance. His plays and sonnets are timeless, weaving tales of love, betrayal, and human nature that resonate across cultures. But voice lowers, mysterious, his life is a puzzle with missing pieces, sparking endless debates about who he truly was. Let's dive into his story, starting from the beginning. Born in 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon, a quaint market town in England, Shakespeare came from a solid middle-class family. Warm, nostalgic tone. His father, John, was a respected merchant dealing in wool, leather, and gloves, even serving as the town's mayor at times. His mother, Mary Arden, hailed from a noble lineage, giving young William a touch of aristocratic blood, confident emphasis. This blend of social worlds gave him a unique lens to observe humanity, merchants, nobles, and common folk alike. He attended the prestigious King's New School, where he studied Latin and the works of classical giants like Ovid, Virgil, and Seneca. Impressed tone. There, he honed his craft in rhetoric and poetry, laying the foundation for his literary genius. But voice shifts to ominous around 1577. His family's fortunes faltered. Financial troubles dimmed their social standing, exposing Shakespeare to life's harsher realities, a perspective that would later breathe depth into his characters. At just 18 in 1582, Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway, a woman 8 years his senior from a nearby village. Tender yet urgent, becoming a father so young forced him to mature quickly, pushing him to seek stability. He left Stratford for London, the bustling heart of England's cultural scene, to chase his dreams. Dramatic pause. But here's where the mystery deepens. From 1585 to 1592, history loses track of him. Whispered intrigue. These lost years are a black hole in his story, fueling wild theories about what he did next. Did he teach at a private school, leveraging his Latin and literary knowledge? Curious tone. Some say he joined a traveling theater troupe, performing across towns and soaking up the art of stagecraft. Others speculate he journeyed through Europe, France, Italy, absorbing cultures, architecture, and customs that later enriched plays like Romeo and Juliet, set in Verona. Excited speculation. Imagine him wandering Italian streets, sketching ideas for star-crossed lovers. Though no concrete evidence exists, these years likely shaped the genius we know as he sharpened his pen and prepared for greatness. By around 1590, Shakespeare emerged in London's theater scene, joining the Lord Chamberlain's Men, a renowned acting troupe. Energetic tone. This was his big break. He performed on public stages, captivating audiences with early works like A Midsummer Night's Dream and the historical Henry VI series. Admiring emphasis. His plays blended humor, gripping plots, and vivid characters, earning him fans across all classes. In 1599, he and his troupe built the Globe Theatre on the south bank of the River Thames, a bold move that gave him a stage to unleash masterpieces like Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, and King Lear, awe-inspired Han. As a co-owner of the Globe, he gained creative freedom and financial stability, cementing his legacy as a titan of theater. His works didn't just entertain, they revolutionized storytelling, diving deep into the human psyche with a richness that still feels modern. Shakespeare's genius wasn't just in his stories, it was in how he transformed language itself. Excited revelation, he invented over 1,700 words, terms like lonely, generous, and obscene we use today. His metaphors, witty dialogue, and rhetorical flair reshaped English, making it a vibrant tool for expressing complex emotions. Proud tone. His plays also set the stage for modern acting, shifting focus from plot-driven spectacles to the inner lives of characters. Actors had to dig deep to portray Hamlet's torment or Lady Macbeth's ambition, laying the groundwork for today's nuanced performances. Inspired pause. From Hollywood adaptations to global theater productions, his influence is undeniable, touching everything from West Side Story, inspired by Romeo and Juliet, to The Lion King, echoing Hamlet. But voice turned suspenseful over 200 years after his death in 1616. A storm of doubt arose. Could a man from a small town with only a grammar school education have written works so profound? Skeptical tone. Scholars and writers, including literary giants like Charles Dickens and Mark Twain, began to question Shakespeare's authorship. Dickens marveled at the philosophical depth in plays like King Lear, arguing they demanded knowledge of aristocracy, law, and politics beyond what a Stratford man could grasp. Twain, ever the skeptic, pointed to inconsistencies in his life. No letters, no manuscripts, no direct evidence of him writing. Intriguing pause. He even suggested the play's varied styles hinted at multiple authors, with Shakespeare as a pen name for a hidden genius, or geniuses. This sparked the authorship question, one of literature's greatest mysteries. Dramatic emphasis. Enter Francis Bacon, a leading candidate for the real Shakespeare. Curious tone. Bacon, a brilliant philosopher, scientist, and statesman, was educated at Cambridge and Gray's Inn, steeped in law, politics, and Renaissance thought. As the father of the scientific method, his Baconian approach emphasized evidence and experience, ideas that echo in Shakespeare's explorations of human nature. Speculative excitement. Supporters argue Bacon's elite education and courtly connections gave him the insight to craft plays rich with legal, political, and philosophical themes. In the 19th century, American writer Delia Bacon, no relation, championed this theory, claiming Francis hid secret codes in the plays, cryptic messages embedded in their structure or typography, like bolded letters or odd spellings in early editions. Mysterious whisper. Her 1857 book, The Philosophy of the Plays of Shakespeare, argued lines like Hamlet's "to be or not to be" concealed Bacon's signature through a complex cipher. Though her ideas gained traction, many dismissed them as speculative, lacking hard proof. But Bacon isn't the only contender. Voice brims with intrigue. Some point to Christopher Marlowe, a daring playwright and poet whose works like Dr. Faustus share Shakespeare's poetic flair. Marlowe's mysterious death in 1593, allegedly in a tavern brawl, fuels theories he faked his demise to write under Shakespeare's name. Excited speculation. Imagine Marlowe, a spy for Queen Elizabeth's court, weaving his espionage experience into Hamlet's intrigue. Another candidate is Edward de Vere, the Earl of Oxford, a nobleman with a classical education and a passion for theater. Thoughtful tone. His travels in Italy and courtly knowledge align with Shakespeare's settings and themes, and his death in 1604 matches a dip in the play's output. Yet no definitive evidence links either man or anyone else to the works. The absence of Shakespeare's original manuscripts fuels this mystery. Puzzled tone. Published in 1623, 7 years after his death, the first folio, compiled by actors John Heminges and Henry Condell, collects 36 of his plays. It's our closest link to his work, but it's based on rehearsal drafts, not pristine originals. Frustrated pause. Scholars have scoured the British Library, the U.S. Library of Congress, and archives in Stratford, but no handwritten drafts have surfaced. Some theorize they were lost in England's turbulent times, like the Civil War, or destroyed in the chaos of Elizabethan theaters. Mysterious edge. Then there's Shakespeare's grave at Holy Trinity Church in Stratford, marked with a chilling epitaph. Good friend, for Jesus' sake forbear to dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed be the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he that moves my bones. Ominous tone. Could secrets lie buried with him? In 2016, radar scans revealed his skull is missing, igniting speculation of theft or concealment. Conspiratorial whisper. Did someone want to hide the truth about Shakespeare? So who was the real William Shakespeare? Reflective pause. Was he the Stratford man who rose from humble roots to literary immortality? Or was Shakespeare a mask for a hidden genius or a collective of minds? Thoughtful tone. The lack of manuscripts and those lost years keep the debate alive, but they also reflect our fascination with genius. We struggle to believe a small-town actor could craft such profound works, revealing our biases about talent and origin. Inspirational lift, yet that's the magic of Shakespeare's legacy. It challenges us to question, to wonder, to explore. His plays endure, not just for their words, but for the mysteries they hold. Warm, inviting. On the Real World channel, we love diving into these enigmas, and Shakespeare's story is one of the greatest. Whether he was a lone genius or a front for another, his works continue to inspire, provoke, and live on. Final reflective pause. So what do you think? Who was the man behind the quill?